wrestle where I have used 2 hands, which is embarrassing to say the least. And Caleb has been so supportive through this whole journey with the vegan teacher. I know he's been on his own journey with her as well.
Ooh, look at that cross section.
Oh, look at the tender flesh.
section.
Wow, that is so. You first.
When people say to me, plants feel pain, okay? What you would say, well, that's your truth, and that's fine. You can keep that, even though you know it's factually wrong. What would you say?
I would say, I don't know if it's factually wrong. I think there is a stimulus that plants can like electrically produce when they're cut or whatever. I don't know if it's feeling pain the same way as a living sentient creature.
And he's got a lot to say about her, so go check his video out after this. But yeah, we just thought it was important to tell our audiences what the hell is going on. And I won't speak on behalf of other creators that have been picked on by the vegan teacher either, but I can speak for myself and dissect her from the inside out. Her content, that is. So let's fire up the grill, slap on some raw meat patties, and get into this meat monster together. So as most of us know, the vegan teacher has made many videos about me. I even have my own playlist on her channel, which makes me feel kind of special, I'm not gonna lie. So let's take a trip down memory lane and check out some of the most memorable moments.
This is Call Me Chris. She's an actor. She's such a good actor, she can play at least 30 different characters. Here, she's talking about something that happened to her a long time ago. A personal that she suffered through. My question is this: if you don't like the fact that you were pinned down and assaulted, why do you pay people to do this to other females? You make fun of animal defenders who are defending cows, chickens, pigs, lambs, turkeys, all kinds of other females who are in the industry. So she might be talented, but is she actually a good person? Now you have a dog. Your dog's name is Kevin. Dog is super cute. Just like all dogs and all animals are cute in their own way. I want to ask you, would you be able to take a knife and a fork and slice into your dog and eat him?
What a trip. After I called her out jokingly about using Crayola and crayon markers that weren't vegan, I figured she might stop. I figured she might stop making videos about me. She might realize that I'm smarter than I look, which I get a lot, which I don't know if that's a compliment or not. But no. What's in your hand there, vegan teacher? What is this? Is that a Crayola marker? Oh no. We're about to expose the vegan teacher. Let's do some research. Are Crayola markers vegan? We shall find the truth. It will be shocking for some people to know that creating crayons requires the usage of animal fat. Crayola crayons are not vegan? Oh no. I have exposed the vegan teacher. She has quite literally just doubled down and continues to spew out the exact same shit about me over and over.
Well, it seems that Call Me Chris is still at it. She is still on social media promoting kidnapping and murder of innocent animals who never did a single thing wrong to her ever. She created an entire generation of vegan-phobic people, people who not only continue to pay for the confinement, the enslavement, the kidnapping, and the murder of innocent animals, she also has encouraged her audience to continue to those of us who try to save these animals.
Like you could at least come up with some new creative defamatory statements to say about me, Miss Katie. But I do know you like to recycle shit, so. And the vegan teacher doesn't only make videos about me, obviously. She makes literally hundreds of other pointless videos. And I mean hundreds. It is absolutely insane how much she posts every day. Like, I kind of respect it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I think I saw her post 14 times in one day once, and I was like, shit, that's kind of impressive. But honestly, who is that for? Because nobody's listening, really. They're just hating. She just basically loves the sound of her own voice. She's a grade A narcissist. I'm not a doctor, but I know one when I see one. This woman is just obsessed with getting eyes and views on her channel, and she's obsessed with making every human being become vegan, which normally wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily, but when all you do is provoke and defame other creators to spread that message, you kind of lose the validity of it. So she is literally doing the opposite of what she's intending. Because I see, and probably you see, 99% of her comments on her page are talking about how they're gonna go eat a burger after watching her video than anyone saying something actually positive about being vegan. And that sucks, you know? Because she's actually belittling and disparaging the good parts about the vegan community and the vegan messaging. I can actually think of lots of good vegan creators across the platform that spread thoughtful and intellectual information to their viewers. Because again, I have no problem with vegans. Do you say no to the moo? I don't give a shit. But the way the vegan teacher has gone about spreading the messaging about veganism just devalues the overall message. And if anything, she's just hurting the vegan community and pushing people away from it. And she has said some of the most outlandish things I've ever heard somebody say on the internet, and a lot of them being about me specifically.
I told you don't steal honey from bees, to use maple syrup instead, and you said they make it every day. It's literally their only purpose in life. They can spare some. You make money every day. I guess you're okay then with anybody just, you know, taking some of the stuff that you have extra, right? You just like, people want to come up to your house, want to open the door, and they see your shoes there, like, hey, I'm going to take some of these shoes she's got extra. I'm going to go into her cutlery drawer and take a bunch of knives and forks, and oh, look, here's a safe with some money. Ah, Chris, she has tons of money. Let's just take some. Let's just spread it out and share among all of us.
It's not that hard, Chris. It's actually quite easy. You can be on the right side of history, or you can be on the side of cruelty.
So why do you need a therapist, Chris? You are somebody who is privileged at the top level of privilege. You don't need a therapist, Chris. What you need is just to be kind and to be vegan.
And this crazy has pretended to talk to me online so her viewers think that we've been in some sort of communication. She's like having a crazy, unstable, obsessive ex.
When you're going shopping, just put... Hello? Chris? What? No? No, in fact, I was just doing a video about you. Yeah, I was also going to mention the fact that you're promoting those shoes that are vegan, but you're not even vegan yourself. You're full of shit. Why are you calling me? No, I don't actually like you. No, I don't like you or Sniper Wolf. I think you're both two-faced. I think you're shallow. You're animal abusers. That's what you are, and I'm going to call you out. Until you change, or at least until your audience changes, even if you guys never do. Listen, you know what? Just don't call me again. Bye.
Chris, I don't care if you have 50 million followers on TikTok. It's irrelevant. You still have a moral obligation not to hurt the animals. You have to be vegan. Yes. Yes, right away.
Like, I've never spoken to the vegan teacher on the phone, on email, on text. I've never had any communication with her before. And she has done this so many times. I've scrolled onto her live. I witnessed her pretending to talk to me on the phone while I'm just watching her like, what the f is going on? And she also constantly says stuff about my boyfriend, Caleb, and about us being together as well. And Caleb talks about that specifically at length in his videos, so again, go check his out if you want the full tea. But she claims she single-handedly is the person that got us together, which is not true. But yeah, you should check it out of this video, because it's funny and interesting as hell. And for those of you who are saying, well, why are you making a video about her now? You're just giving her airtime. Yes, you're correct. But the reason I'm making this video is because despite my best efforts and other creators' best efforts, this cretin has not been deplatformed yet. And I honestly don't think she ever will be at this point. So the best thing you and I can do from here on out is simply ignore that she exists. I know how tempting it is to go to all of her platforms and just tell her how much of a miserable human being she is, but that's exactly what she wants. She's a professional provocateur, and her goal is to poke the bear. She just wants to poke the bear, you know? Because when you poke the bear, you get the claws. The bear is you and me. She's poking us, all right? Because I know you guys are awesome, and you have been defending me in her comment sections and making sure she knows that she's an idiot. But don't worry, she knows. She knows. But unfortunately, you're unknowingly feeding the beast. Hopefully steak at least. But you're feeding the beast, and we don't want to do that. And I also want you to know that the vegan